One or two of you may have spotted posters like this out and about. They've been made by a dad who's encouraging fathers to be more open and honest when it comes to childcare discussions at work. Currently, 1 in 3 dads would not feel comfortable asking their boss to leave early if their child was poorly at school or request time off during school holidays. Do we think mums would feel the same? Joe, you've got 6 kids.
I've got 6 kids, yeah. And for me, right, let's get it straight. I'm really lucky.
Yeah, 6. 6?
We're delighted you're here today.
You wouldn't think I have the energy, would you? First and foremost, I'm really lucky with the job and Stacey that we get to do, you know. I get to choose my hours and pick and choose when I want to work. So when me and Stacey have kids, have had our children, I've always stayed at home as long as I possibly can because, you know, she's been through 9 months of growing a baby, having the baby. So it's her job to look after the baby. It's my job to look after Stacey. And it's also my job to look after the other 5 kids downstairs so they don't feel left out. So I'm really lucky, and I do think it's very important that as a man, you know, not only do you do your fair share with your kids, but somewhere along the line there's got to be the same rights, you know, because at the end of the day, mum or dad, you're both a parent, you both love your kids and you both got to look after them. So I think sometimes men do get a bit of a harder task when it comes to getting maternity. And I can understand how some men do feel the burden of, can I say it? You know, is it my place as a dad to ask for time off? But for me, it's so important, and I love spending time with my kids. And the times that we've had children, me and Stacey, they've been so special because we've just been together as a family. So, yeah, I'm lucky, and I do see the importance in it. And I just hope that other people get to do the same, and I don't think they do at the moment, you know?
I'm with you. I spend every minute you can at home with the children, and especially when the children were born. We had twins, George and Henrietta, as everyone knows. I never not speak about them. And Hannah... So I was at home, and, of course, there's a lot going on, so you've got to... As the midwife said, the most important thing is to look after number 1, which was Hannah. She could be well enough to do all the things a mum needs to do, so I'll take the burden where I can.
Shimmy, just to be clear.
I mean, it's important to shimmy. Shimmy is important. So it's a dual role, really, of looking after Hannah and the children the best you can, and being as much involved as you can be. I mean, that's the luxury, to be there all the time. Mm-hmm. Your personal situation dictates otherwise.
You're right.
So your kids were brought up on milkshakes?
Milkshakes are the best way forward.
All right, fair enough. Jordan, is this a case of traditional roles are slowly leaving the household and they're slowly being pushed out of the workplace? Because surely everything... We push and we strive for equality.
Of course.
Is that what this is all about?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're kind of in a case, right, like, when I think back to, I suppose, my childhood and my dad, it would have been a lot more... And when I was at school, it was a lot more on the school run. I saw the mums doing the drop-off and the pick-up. The dads would get home, they'd be there at dinner, and at the weekend, that was their time to be there. And when mums had babies, you know, I had friends who had little brothers and sisters, it'd be a case of dad got a little bit of time off, maybe a week, maybe not at all, and then he went straight back to work and the mum cracked on. And I do think we expected and expect a lot of mums and dads in both scenarios, but because you could have the roles reversed in certain scenarios. But, I mean, in terms of mums having babies, it's a lot to expect them, like Joe said, to go through 9 months of pregnancy, give birth, and if you're in Joe's scenario and you've got a football team downstairs to look after as well, to then get up, you know, it could be anything. It could have a C-section, it could have been a traumatic birth, could have been anything. For you to go, baby on Sunday, all right, and babe, I'll be back about 6 p.m. and then leave straight away, it's going to be tough for a mum to handle. So I do think situations are dictated by, in that case, a severity. You're going to need to be off, you're going to need to be there to help.
So from the kids' perspective, it's nice to see parents sharing roles.
100%.
Oh, I love doing school pickup.
Massively.
I love taking time off and going watching Sports Day.
Yeah.
Something like that. You know, the Christmas fair. You've got to do it. You've got to, if you can, you've got to do it.
I mean, today, for example, George has got a choir thing at school and he's doing a performance, and of course I can't be there because I'm here. There is an argument, you can't be for everything, so you can't be there for everything. You've got to try and be where you can as much as you can.
Yeah.
That's all you can do, really, I think. You've just got to try to do you know, somebody said to me once, just do the best you can.
Yeah.
100%.
And...
Is that Craig?
It's great. Just do the best you can.
I think for the 4 of us there, that we're all quite... Obviously, all of our situations are different, but compared to the average working family, we have some flexibility that we can afford to use. And that is the difference. There's a lot of families out there who either can't afford to take that time off, don't have the flexibility in their job to take the time off. So all we can do is the best we can.
All right, something really eye-opening coming